Senior High School Orientation to Work Immersion, Education in the New Normal, ngayong school year 2020-2021. Ako ang inyong host sa araw na ito, Ria R. Navelgas. Para sa ating pambungad na panalangin, tayo ay pangungunahan ng ating Grade 11 Curriculum Leader, Cynthia L. Castro.
Panalangin ngayong pandemya. Dakilang Diyos na makapangyarihan sa lahat, Diyos na lumikha ng langit at lupa. Lumalapit kami sa iyo para sa aming bayang Pilipinas sa gitna ng panganib ng COVID-19 na wala pang lunas. Pinupuri ka namin dahil hindi ka natutulog. Binabantayan mo ang sambayan ng Pilipino sa panahong ito ng matinding peligro. Ang aming tulong ay sa iyo lang nagmumula. Tumatangis kami sa iyo at humihingi ng awa. Iligtas mo po kami sa panganib na ito. Ikaw lamang ang aming kandungan, sa iyo ang tiyak na kaligtasan. Iligtas mo kami sa nakamamatay na COVID-19. Ipagsanggalang ang aming bayan mula sa bitag ng karamdaman. Bigyan mo ng karunungan at pagkaunawa ang aming Pangulo at lahat ng sa amin naglilingkod at namamahala. Gabayan mo sila sa pagbuo ng mga patnubay, estratehiya at pagkilos sa pagpupunyaging ang COVID-19 ay mapuksang lubos. Pangunahan mo ang mga pulis at mga sundalo upang mangibabaw ang kapayapaan at kaayusan sa lipunan. Bigyan mo ng kalakasan at kakayahan ang mga manggagamot at mga naglilingkod sa pagkalinga sa mga may sakit at natatakot at sa pagpapanatili sa karamihan na malakas at ligtas sa salud. Gabayan mo at pangunahan ang mga siyentipiko upang mabilis nilang mahanap ang lunas sa peligrong ito. Sa panahong ito ng krisis, tulungan mo kaming maging mahinahon at huwag matakot sapagkat ang takot ay hindi mula sa iyo. Ipagkaloob mo sa amin ang pananampalataya at pag-asa at pag-ibig. Binigyan mo kami ng wastong pag-iisip at kakayahang kumilos ng maayos. Ayon sa iyong banal na salita, binibigyan mo ng lubos na kapayapaan ang mga taong sa iyo'y tumatalima at nagtitiwala. Panalangin namin sa gitna nitong pandemya ng COVID-19, pagkaisahin mo sa iyong pag-ibig ang sambayan ng Pilipino. Buklurin mo kami sa kapayapaang sa iyo lamang nagmumula. Ipagkaloob mo sa amin ang tunay na pag-asa. Pagalingin mo nawa ang hidwaan ng aming bayan at igawad mo sa amin ang iyong biyaya at kalakasan. Ito'y aming dalangin ng may lubos na pagtitiwala kay Jesucristo na ating Panginoon at tagapagligtas. Amen.
Para sa bating panimula, pakinggan natin ang ating mahusay na punong guro ikalawa, Ginoong Khristian S. Liwanag, DEM.
A pleasant day to all the Work Immersion students, teachers, and parents of Laura de Leon Halili High School. I hope that you're all safe at the comfort of your homes. Come next quarter, the senior high school shall offer Work Immersion subject in the second semester of school year 2020 to 2021. Though we continue to face the pandemic, we shall carry on with the implementation of education in the new normal. To succeed in this goal, we shall strive to develop the competencies of the learners, especially the senior high school, through Work Immersion. In the past, the Work Immersion activities in our school had succeeded in cultivating the learners' values in terms of work. Today, let us retain the culture of education while at home, because our homes may also shelter us with relevant learnings and competencies with the assistance of your parents and guardians. Dear students, parents, teachers of Laura de Leon Halili High School, let us pick up the threads of work immersion amidst the pandemic, and together with your teachers in the senior high school, we shall strive for quality education. Thank you very much and stay safe.
Para naman sa general guidelines for work immersion, narito ang Senior High School Work Immersion Focal Person, Maria Hasnin Maha V. Enriquez.
Guidelines for Work Immersion. One of the goals of the K-12 Basic Education Program is to develop among learners the competencies, work ethics, and values relevant to pursuing further education and/or joining the world of work. To achieve greater congruence between basic education and the nation's development targets, work immersion, a required subject, has been incorporated into the curriculum. This subject will provide learners with the following opportunities. 1. To become familiar with the workplace. 2. For employment simulation. And 3. To apply their competencies in areas of specialization, applied subjects in authentic work environments. However, the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has caused massive disruption in the education sector. The crisis condition hinders regular operation of school, including the relevant offices in the division, region, and central levels, and its learners' physical attendance in school is prohibited and limited. The implementation of the Senior High School Work Immersion Program is assumed to be severely affected in this scenario. School implementation must be flexible enough to fit the complex setup and needs of learners, schools, and partner institutions in the country. In view of this, new guidelines under Memorandum DM-CI-2020-00085 or the Guidelines for Work Immersion Implementation during Crisis Situation has been implemented. These guidelines will only take effect within the school year 2020 to 2021 for all senior high school who will undertake immersion program.
Para sa karagdagang guidelines for work immersion, pakinggan natin ang Senior High School Subject Group Head ng TVL Home Economics, wala pong iba kundi si Jocelyn P. Piadoso.
Under the new guidelines, Technical Vocational Livelihood TVL track will undergo work immersion program as stipulated in Debit Order Number 39, Series of 2018, entitled Clarification and Additional Information to Debit Order Number 30, Series of 2017, Guidelines on Work Immersion. General Objectives. The Work Immersion Manual and Portfolio for New Normal is anchored on home-based scheme for the conduct of suggested activities in Technical Vocational Livelihood TVL tracks. Home-based scheme contains set of activities to be performed by the learners at home but will be monitored regularly by the senior high school teacher. This scheme is applicable only for learners with available materials, tools, or devices that can be used to demonstrate their competencies. Guided by the learning competencies, the teacher and learners need to select the activities to be performed. General Objectives. The Work Immersion Manual and Portfolio for New Normal is anchored on home-based scheme for the conduct of suggested activities in Technical Vocational Livelihood TVL tracks. home-based scheme contains set of activities to be performed by the learners at home but will be monitored regularly by the senior high school teacher. This scheme is applicable only for learners with available materials, tools, or devices that can be used to demonstrate their competencies. Guided by the learning competencies, the teacher and learners need to select the activities to be performed. This manual and portfolio aims to 1. Provide guidelines for work immersion under home-based scheme. 2. Provide instruction for both work immersion teacher and learners on how to conduct work immersion under new normal. And 3. Provide learners portfolio format that will reflect their overall learnings and serve as the basis for their evaluation.
Pakinggan natin ang susunod na bahagi ng ating orientation, ang work immersion process. Work immersion has 3 processes. First is the pre-immersion, next is during immersion, and the last is post-immersion. For the pre-immersion process, step 1, attend the work immersion orientation. All responsibilities, paperwork, and other important details pertaining to the work immersion will be explained by the immersion teacher. First bullet, walkthrough of the parts of the entire work immersion program. Next bullet, explanation of contextualized activity and scheme, or home-based scheme. Third bullet, forms of assessment, and the last bullet, other important matters, reminders regarding the work immersion. Step 2. Attend the next immersion class. This will be done online through Messenger. Your immersion teacher will conduct a discussion regarding the following topics and provide you with supplementary materials. For the first bullet, resume. Second bullet, cover letter. And last bullet, work ethics. Step 3. On your next immersion class, your teachers will also help you identify and assign the following: home-based immersion schedule and the list of tasks or activities to be done anchored to the learner's specialization. Therefore, separate list of tasks and activities will be given to General Academic Strand or Grade 12 Aguila, and another list of tasks will be given to Grade 12 Lawin undergoing TVL work immersion. Step 4. The learner shall be responsible in accomplishing the following reports. All are included in the manual and portfolio, which will be given to you. First is a cumulative report. Next, reflections. And the last bullet, evaluation report or self-assessment guide. And step 5, complete the immersion requirements. Learn as much as you can and have a great time. Attend the final immersion meeting. Ano ba ang duties and responsibilities ng bawat isa ngayong tayo ay may work immersion? Muli, pakinggan natin ang ating Senior High School Work Immersion Focal Person, Binibining Maria Asmin Maha Enriquez, at ang ating Subject Group Head ng PVLHE, Ginang Jocelyn P. Piadoso.
Duties and responsibilities of the personnel. The successful implementation of work immersion will depend on the strong collaboration, support, and commitment of the school administrator, immersion teacher, and learners. The work immersion teacher or advisor. He or she is the school personnel or teacher assigned to supervise the learners with home-based scheme. He or she shall A. Exercise supervision on learners doing home-based scheme on work immersion. B. Identify the different competencies needed by the learners anchored on suggested activities under DM-CI-2020-00085. C. Conduct the pre-immersion, immersion proper, and post-immersion activities. D. Conduct regular online class or call learners who have no internet connection to ensure that learners' activity are properly implemented. And E. Submit report regularly to the school partnership focal person on the completion and performance of learners, performance of the partner institution, and issues and concerns.
The learners, they shall A. Attend pre- and post-immersion activities. B. Report to the work immersion partner institution supervisor during actual immersion. C. Perform the duties and tasks as indicated in the prescribed work immersion list of tasks and activities, and prepare the documentation and reports required in the curriculum and by the partner institution.
At dito nagwawakas ang Senior High School Orientation sa Work Immersion. Hangad namin ang iyong kaligtasan sa kasalukuyan at tagumpay sa kinabukasan. Para sa mga katanungan, lagi kang makipag-ugnayan sa iyong Work Immersion teacher. Maraming salamat at paalam! Thanks for watching. This is Teacher Air of Education Channel. Subscribe now.